You've come to the right video if you are curious about the trends, the housing market trends, and the market update here for the Central Coast of California. We're going to be talking about the days on market. We're going to be talking about inventory trends, whether or not we're seeing more houses on the market or we're seeing fewer. We'll talk about the price trends, all the things that you need to know as an informed buyer, seller, or investor here on the Central Coast, whether or not you live here or you're looking to relocate here to the beautiful San Luis Obispo County, my home county. My name is Joshua Ferris. I'm a real estate broker here with Keller Williams. I've got 10 years of experience, over 10 years of experience, helping buyers, sellers, or investors here on the Central Coast achieve their real estate goals. This is a video tailored to you, so let me know what you think about the real estate market here on the Central Coast. And if you have any questions, I will tailor the next video to you. Please like and subscribe. Let's go ahead and get into it. We had 228 closed sales here for the Central Coast in May. Now that's down from what we've seen in previous years. To give you some perspective, let's take a look at this chart here. So 228, that's down 18% from 2023, where we saw 280 closed sales in May. And just a skosh down from 2022, where we saw 289 closed sales. We had some incredible homes that sold in the last 30 days. The top sale price here for San Luis Obispo County was $4,713,000. It was the historic Boysen Ranch located in the Irish Hills of San Luis Obispo, 347 plus acres for this property. Now, the lowest price home that sold in the last 30 days from the recording of this video was in Nipomo, and it was on Dana Street. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,000 square foot, and it sold for $398,000. Active listings has ticked up a little bit, and as we can see here, we've seen 590 active listings here for May. Now that's up 15% from 2023, which was down 6% from 2022, which was 550. So we're seeing more active listings, which I think overall is a trend towards a more healthy market. We've had an inventory issue here for the Central Coast for a while now. High demand. A lot of people, maybe yourself included, looking to relocate to the area, and we just need more housing. So it's actually a good thing that we're seeing more active listings here available for buyers and for sellers who are looking to relocate maybe to a different city within the county. More options is a good thing. We're still down historically from what we've seen in May, but we are trending in a positive direction. So let's talk about the May new listings that we saw reach the market. And we're going to talk about how that's affecting the days on market, the supply, and we'll give you some perspective on how it's affecting the price in the county. So here in May, we saw 277 new listings come on the market. That's down, believe it or not, 9% from what we saw in 2023, which was 305. And that was down from 423 in 2022. So new listings, we need new listings to come on the market. And one of the reasons why we haven't seen as many new listings has to do with what I've talked about in previous videos, the golden handcuffs effect. So to give you some perspective, about 60%, 2/3 or so of homeowners, maybe yourself included, who have mortgages have a rate below 4%. So you're not that motivated to bring your house to the market and trade houses, let's say, if you've got that really low rate locked in. But what we're seeing also is that homeowners are just realizing that that's the landscape that we're in, right? We're probably not going to see any major rate cuts in 2024. So as we see that that's just the normal rate, we're going to see that more and more of those homeowners are going to have interest rates that are closer to 4.5%, maybe 5.5%, which that gap between what those rates are versus what the new house might be is going to be less, and it's going to encourage more sellers to bring their house to the market. But we've seen, like I said, that dip down as far as the new listings. Again, part of that has to do with the fact that we haven't seen the rate cuts that they were talking about in quarter number one, which would have incentivized more home owners who are looking to make a move to list their house and sell. So let's talk about how that has affected the median days on market and the month supply here for the county. Just big picture snapshot. So we can take a look at this chart and tell that the median days on market, like we'd expect with higher inventory, we saw those more active listings of 595. Median days on market has ticked up about 50% year over year to 12 days on market. Now that's still lower than what we saw in previous years, which was about 24 to 30. So we're still relatively low, but we're ticking up 8 back in 2023 and 7 back in 2022, which is one of the lowest historic days on market that we've ever seen for the county at 7 days on market, which is pretty incredible. So we're getting back to a more normalized market. Still, if you are a buyer and you're looking for a home, I recommend getting in to take a private tour right away, because that house is not going to last long if it is priced well. Now that's median days on market. So if it's priced really well, it's going to be even less than that. How is this affecting month supply? Well, let's go ahead and pull up the chart and take a look. Inventory month supply has ticked up like we'd expect with those active listings, 2.9%, up 16% from previous year in May of 2.5%. So with more inventory, more supply, that's a good thing overall for buyers and sellers and investors as well. Again, we need more supply, more housing supply. We saw the Dana Reserve project get approved in the Pismo, which is going to add about 1,400 new homes to the county, but they are going to be facing some legal issues, legal battles. So we're going to see how they work through that and how soon they can start breaking ground and start building. That's not going to bring any alleviation to the current situation that we're facing right now, but in the future we are going to see some more housing, which overall is a good thing. So that's one thing to be on the lookout for. With higher prices, elevated prices, relatively low demand, high demand, we're going to see more building projects here in the county, but we're also seeing some pressure with high building costs and lack of labor. So we've got a lot of elements that are affecting the housing market, both nationwide and here on the Central Coast. But really, we're looking for interest rates. We'd like to drop just a little bit. Can't have a major drop. We'd like to see those interest rates down in the low 6s to high 5s. That would be my dream. And then we'd like to see some more housing come here on the market here for the Central Coast. We do have some projects in Paso Robles, as you may know. So we are headed in the right direction, but it's going to be a few years until those projects really come to completion and we have some more housing available for buyers. So how has this all affected the house prices, property prices, and values here for the Central Coast? Well, we haven't seen really much of a decrease like we've seen in other metro areas, primarily because we're relatively inexpensive when it comes to a coastal type county like we are, and we have so much demand from out of the area. So many people wanting to live here, retire here, because we've got such incredible weather. We've got so many amazing properties available for purchase, and it's just such a desirable area. We've got such desirable little communities and just a wonderful feel that you're not going to get in the big cities. So a lot of people coming from Fresno, Visalia, from LA, even Santa Barbara, and of course the Bay Area here to enjoy the lifestyle here we have on the Central Coast. So home values have held strong like we'd expect because we've got such demand, a lot of cash buyers, a lot of equity from out of the area coming here to buy here on the Central Coast. So how have the prices been affected? So we have seen a little bit of a decrease there in the sales price when we compare May to previous Mays. So we got a 2.8% drop year over year, $807,000 for the median price for San Luis Obispo County. We take a look last year, $830,000. And in 2022, when you compare and contrast, $869,000. And we can take a look here at some individual cities. Now, of course, Home values are determined based on your features of your house, the upgrades you have, positioning of your lot, your individual neighborhood. So there's a lot of factors that go into the value of houses. So if you're interested to get an update, a snapshot as far as the valuation of your house, reach out. We'd be happy to take those other factors into consideration. And even, this is what we focus on as a team, add value, give you some guidance and some advice on how you can add value if you are looking to make some upgrades to your home and you want to stay on the trend. You want to make sure that you are making the right upgrades to your house. We've got a lot of vendors to help you out, get you the best service at the best price. Again, we're just here to add value. So if you've got any upgrade suggestions, whether or not you're looking to sell this year or next year, we're here to help. So let's take a look, quick snapshot at the local cities here in San Luis Obispo County. San Luis Obispo, median sales price, $905,000. Paso Robles, $675,000, which is one of the most affordable cities here for San Luis Obispo County. Templeton, just shy of $1.6 million, up 4.5% year over year. We see Grover Beach, $767,000. Pismo Beach, just north of $1 million, along with Arroyo Grande. So there you have it. That's the quick snapshot we got here for the county, Central Coast here of California. What I'm seeing out there as a broker active helping our clients, inventory is causing some challenges for some buyers because we're still relatively low when we compare it to 4 or 5 years ago before the pandemic. So we're still in, like I've said, in that lower inventory level. We need more housing, but until then, my suggestion for buyers is to really develop a strong plan with the realtor that you choose, the real estate team that you choose. And if it's us and you'd like some guidance on that, we'd be happy to set you up for success with our signature buyer consultation. It's really important that you have a pre-qualification letter, that you are clear as far as your criteria and you've got strong down payment and a strong credit score, FICO score. So all of those things really important to get yourself set up for success so that you can make those offers and get your offer accepted because there's limited inventory, limited new listings, as you saw back in May, relatively low when we compare it to previous years. For sellers, so we're trending more towards a normalized market, more of a healthy market in my opinion, but it's not quite the frenzy that we saw in previous years. So it's more important than ever that you take the time to properly prepare your property for sale. That includes some landscaping. It would obviously include some paint touch-up, maybe replace some tiles on your roof if you've got a tile roof, maybe do some fresh paint, making sure that you have your furniture, or if it's vacant, staged properly. And that's something that we can help you out with if you are interested in using our services. So for sellers, just understand that we're in a different market than we were a couple years ago, where interest rates were so low. Those higher interest rates obviously have affected the purchasing power of buyers out there. And you need to really make sure that you price your property according to what's currently on the market and what has sold in the last 60 days, let's say. We take a look at what has sold in the last 6 months, it just might not be really accurate for the situation that we find ourselves in now. Amazing properties to purchase here for San Luis Obispo County. Whether or not you're looking for a ranch home in Templeton or Paso Robles, some property, you're looking for a beach home in Shell Beach, Los Osos, Morro Bay, or Pismo Beach. You're just looking for a single family starter home in Grover Beach, Oceano, or Atascadero. We are here to help. There's so many amazing properties and so much to enjoy here for the Central Coast. Please, again, like and subscribe and leave your comments. I really appreciate that. Your feedback means a lot and your contribution means a lot. Until next time, it's Joshua Ferris here. Take care.